Good day, everyone. In this video, I will briefly talk about the contents in Chapter 5, Identification as a Service, short for ID, IDaaS. And then here is the list of objectives. So at the end of this chapter, we should be able to describe challenges related to ID management. ID stands for identification. And to describe and discuss single sign-on, short for SSO, capabilities, and to list the advantages of identification as a service solutions, to discuss IDaaS solutions offered by various companies. So identification as a service or identity as a service is one of the cloud-based approaches to managing user identities, including usernames, passwords, and access. Also sometimes referred to as identity management as a service. So the question we want to ask is why bothered, right? Why do we need the identification as a service? So we think most companies, users must log into a variety of different systems to perform various tasks. Some of the systems may be cloud-based, some local servers, and some accessible through different devices. And the challenge of having multiple servers to access is that users must remember and manage multiple user and password combinations. Here is just some example, in the past at Southeastern. So in the past, I have to have a different kind of username, password when I log into Blackboard. When I want to access my payroll information, another set of username and password. When I need to advise students, another set of username, password. When I log into kind of the computers in the computer lab, another set of username, password. Zoom, another set of username, password. Not to mention that in the past, every 3 months, we had to reset kind of, especially the computer lab login passwords. And also, no old passwords can be reused. So it's a lot of headache in the past. Yeah. But then now I think they use the a single sign-on, to solve the problem. All right, next one. Further, should an employee join or leave the company, the IT staff must coordinate with the human resources department to ensure that each of the users' accounts have been enabled or disabled. So be aware that over here it says disabled. It did not mention that the account should be deleted. Why? Why we don't want to delete the account? Well, here are some situations. You never know that maybe this employee a month later, 3 months later, 6 months later, a year later, come back to work for the same organization again, or company again. Then in that case, you don't need to recreate the account for that user if the user kind of working on the same tasks. So again, in that case, you just need to enable the account. That's all. Yeah. So again, that's why a lot of times when an employee leave a company, you don't want to delete the account. You as an IT staff, you should just disable that account. All right. And then next one, user identity management, also called ID management, is difficult, time consuming, and expensive. Okay, so over the past few years, companies have begun to emerge that provide this cloud-based ID management as a service, okay, or IDaaS. Okay, yeah, AAS. Sorry, let me repeat again. IDaaS. Okay. So this figure shows a single a sign-on system that's a user can log into a system one time, and then can move freely between related servers and applications without having to authenticate itself or herself each time. So again, a user can just log into the authentication server, and then if the user want to use the HR server, the intranet server, the payroll servers, then again, it does not need to log in or authenticate him or herself each time. So this is very convenient. Yeah. And users again, advantages of a single sign-on. Users have a fewer password and a username and password combinations to remember and manage. And users experience less password fatigue caused by the stress of managing multiple passwords. Believe me, I mean, I personally experienced situation like that. Sometimes when I reset the password because of this every 3 months criteria, then I found out that, oh no, I mean, after a week, I forgot the password. I used to set to reset it, Then I have to call the kind of the IT to reset it. It's a headache. It's really, really a headache. Yeah. All right, and then less user time is consumed logging into individual systems, and help desk teams experience fewer call for forgotten passwords. So again, in the past, Southeastern reset password every 3 months, and then what happens? What happens? That a person is just traveling overseas. Again, for me, in the past, I visited my parents overseas from time to time, and they say, "Hey, I mean, by the time when I got there, few weeks later, then I found out, oh no, I mean, I have to reset the password, right? Because of these 3 months criteria, and then I then again I forget about maybe the original password. So when I call the help desk, then no one is there. Why? I mean, in Taiwan, it is I think 13 or 14 hours difference. Then again, I have to wait. I have to wait until help desk in U.S. time. Help desk staff is working based on the U.S. time. So it is a headache. Again, it is a headache. Okay. So this one shows the kind of the Zoom. The Zoom allow you to use this single sign-on. So get single sign-on, or maybe you have some you want to sign on using the Google's password. They allow you to do that. It is. I mean, it makes life a lot easier. And then also the IT staff has a centralized location for password compliance and also reporting. How about the disadvantages of a single sign-on? So the primary disadvantage of single sign-on systems is the potential for a single source of failure. Should the authentication server fail, then users will not be able to log into other servers. So having a cloud-based authentication server with system redundancy reduces the risk of system unavailability. So again, this is really maybe I would say a must have criteria, okay, yeah, using the cloud-based authentication server, okay. All right, okay, another term is called FIDM, okay, so federated identification management, okay, so as you examine single sign-on, you may encounter the term federated identification management, yeah, FIDM, okay, so in short, FIDM describes the technologies and the protocols that are combined to enable a user to bring security credentials across different security domains, especially, I mean, different servers running potentially different operating systems. Some might be running on Linux, some might be running on Windows, okay, yeah. All right, and then when we talk about identification management, actually it involves 4 A's. Okay, yeah. So let's take a look of what are the 4 A's. The first one is authentication. Second one, authorization. Third one, accounting management. The last one, audit. Login. Okay. So for authentication is the process of determining and validating a user for on-premise, on premise or premise as well as cloud-based solution. And then also authorization is the process of determining and specifying what the user is allowed to do on each server. So for example, am I allowed to view all edit payroll data? I mean, I'm not supposed to do that, right? Because I'm just a faculty, teaching faculty. I do not work for HR at all. Okay, yeah. Next one, accounting management is the process of synchronizing user accounts by provisioning and deprovisioning. Provisioning means that creating an account all different authorization for users. The provisioning can be kind of disable the user's account or suspend the user's account. Okay, yeah. The last one, audit login is the process of tracking which applications users access and when. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about account provisioning because previously over here we mentioned about provisioning and deprovisioning. Okay, yeah. So account provisioning. So in many companies, when an employee is hired, the human resources department send an email to the IT staff, who in turn create a user account for the employee. So sometimes during the employee's first week, his or her manager will decide that the employee needs to access other systems as well. So the manager in turn will send additional emails to the IT staff requesting various account access. So account provisioning is the process of creating a user account on a system. And because different employees may need different capabilities on each system, the provisioning process can be complex. Okay. And then when an employee leaves the company, the provisioning process must occur that removes the user's accounts. So actually disabled, I would say disable the user accounts. So unfortunately, the IT staff is not always immediately informed that an employee no longer works with the company, or the IT staff misses a server account, and the user may still have access to one or more systems. Okay, yeah. But in this, and we all know that this is bad, but it's hard to avoid it. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay. So next one, talk about how identity management works. So security you might see the term SAML. Okay, so it is a security assertion markup language, or sometimes also called open authentication or authorization, OAuth. Okay, so this figure shows that SAML allows software to package user security credential. Okay, yeah, so the user is here. He will be the authentication server. And then once the user kind of log in, the SAML package will send to the intranet server, and then that server will send a ticket back. And then the user can again kind of use that ticket to log into the same server or different servers. Okay, yeah. And then again, different servers will create different tickets, but then those information will be kept at the authentication server site. Okay, yeah. All right. So next one mention about multi-factor authentication, MFA. So for years, users access sites on the cloud by providing a username and password. Unfortunately, hackers always actively try to compromise such user credentials to provide an additional level of security. Yeah. So many sites today leverage multi-factor authentication, MFA. Yeah. So it is a process that requires a user to provide 2 or more forms of identification before they can access the system. So one of the most common MFA approaches is for the site to send a code to the user's cell phone, which the user must then enter within a prompt on the site. Other forms of identification, including biometrics, such as facial and finger recognition. For me, I hadn't kind of, well, let me put it this way. Sometimes when I try to log into some account, then my iPhone will ask me. I mean, my iPhone provides a facial recognition feature, so I don't need to type in the password to log into a certain account or website at all. Okay, yeah. All right, next one. But then the form verification is very common. Okay, yeah. Especially sometimes when I forgot a password, I have to reset the password or something. Then they will the website will send me a code. Then I have to type in through the kind of through the code, send the code to me through my phone. Then I have to type in the code to validate that I am indeed the person who is using or only in that account. Okay, yeah. All right. So multi-factor process. So this one, number one, user logs into site using username and password. Okay, yeah. Then the server will send the code. So site send a code to users mobile phone. The user returns code to the site. Okay, and then site kind of provides access to the user. Okay, yeah. So NFA requires users to provide 2 or more forms of identification before they can access site. Okay, yeah. All right. In the past, some real world cases. So PIN is an kind of organization provides cloud-based identification management software that supports FIDM and user account provisioning. Okay, yeah. So sometimes we call it PIN identity. Okay, yeah. All right, and then another company, Password Bank, provides an ID as a service solution that support on-site and cloud-based system process, and its FIDM service supports enterprise-wide single sign-on, short for SSO, and single sign-on for web-based applications, short for web. SSO, the Password Bank solutions can perform the FIDM without the use of SAML. And then Password Bank solutions can support a myriad of devices, include iPhone, other smartphones as well. All right. Next one, leveraging OpenID. So OpenID allows users to use an existing account to log in to log into multiple websites. So kind of OpenID is kind of some website company provide this service. So today more than 1 billion OpenID accounts exist and are accepted by thousands of websites, companies that support OpenID, including Google, Yahoo, WordPress, Flickr, and more. So when the user accesses one of those sites, the user can specify his or her OpenID credential, and behind the scenes, the site will authenticate the user with OpenID. For me, I hadn't kind of created an account with this OpenID website yet. So using OpenID provides companies with the following advantages: increased site conversion rates, which mean that the rate at which customers choose to join the site because users do not need to register because they have registered with the OpenID kind of website already. So all service already. And then access to greater user profile content, reduce password recovery issues, and then ease of content integration into social networking sites such as, for example, LinkedIn. Then you don't need to create another account with LinkedIn. And reduce software development for username and password management. So here is the OpenID's website. So from the OpenID website, you can create your own OpenID username and password, which you can then use to access thousands of sites without register or create an account with the company. Mobile identification management. So every day, employees access email and other business applications through handheld devices. So more and more business applications support mobile device interfaces. The challenge for developers today is not only getting content to the mobile device, but also securing the device. So here is the list of threats to mobile devices. And then they include the following. So identity theft by a lost or stolen device. And then next one, events dropping on data communications, surveillance of confidential screen content, phishing of content from rogue sites, man-in-the-middle attacks through intercepted signals, inadequate device resources to provide a strong security implementation, social attack on unaware users that use identification information. So those are the threats. All right, here will be the key concepts mentioned in this chapter. I believe that we have covered all of them already. And here is the list of chapter review. Feel free to check it out. Okay, yeah. All right, I think that will be all for this chapter. Okay, let me stop the recording. Yeah.